Everybody, welcome back. I'm the Strategy Professor. Today we're going to be doing a coaching session for Senna. This is patch 10.2, so special thanks to Dylan for the generous donation. I appreciate it. Yeah, I wouldn't go in there looking by yourself because any number of people could be there. Like, warding is good, but if you don't know where they are, if you're trying to ward by yourself, which I like that, especially if you have Ghost Poro, you don't want to go to the place they're most likely to be, because there's going to be a bunch of them stacked. So if you want to do something like that, I would ward like Raptors, and usually you want to ward it about at 1 minute. But if you don't have Ghost Poro, and I'm not sure if you do this game, then it's really not worth like trying to deep ward their jungle, because it's just going to fade by the time the Sejuani gets there, most likely. I mean, it does give some vision there. Another option would be if you started with like W, and then you W, like you come in, you W this bush, and then you ward over like a blue wall or something. That's less likely to be crowded, although often there will still be somebody in that bush. But anyways, we are streaming this as well. We stream most nights starting around like 10:30 lately p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We usually go till about 3 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So come by, check it out, friendly community. You might hear me talking with the chat as well. Oh, not that close, not that close. You gotta try to stay max range. Because a big part of Senna's balance is her range, so positioning is like super important. Okay, good pressure. Yeah, you want to get the soul too. Those souls, I heard on some, I don't remember which show it was. Might have been the dive that the souls are worth about 50 gold. You get like one bonus AD, which is 35, and then I guess they figured that the crit eventually is worth that much. I don't know. But anyways, also for anyone out there that's interested, so Sejuani's up top, so you're okay to pressure here. After this wave, you might consider trying to make a play on Scuttle. Yeah, you needed it. I would try to like, you want to W the ADC, or like try to CC the ADC rather than the Leona, because Leona is going to be so tanky, it's not going to matter. And she's already done her job. If she goes in like E's and then Q's, it's not really going to matter if you CC or damage her, typically. Lucian is harder to hit with the W, but a lot of times what will happen is if someone engages with like a Nautilus or a Leona, the ADC will tunnel vision if they want to go in, and they won't be looking at you for the skill shot, so oftentimes you can hit them with stuff. So they hit your ADC, you hit their ADC. Yeah, anyone out there that would like a coaching session, just email me at thestrategyprofessor@gmail.com. Set that up. We just do it live on stream just like this. It's $25 if you're not a member, $20 if you are a member. And if you are a member, you can come out and play with us every Sunday as well. I'll play some normal games with viewers. We get enough people, which we have been lately. It's a lot of fun. And you get any discounts on any guides that you might want to do. Specific champion guides or topical guides like macro, micro, vision. Really anything you can think of, I could probably make a video for it. Okay. Lost track of Sej here a little bit. Warwick's and Scuttle. Okay. Fade toward. Yeah, I was about to say you might maybe wanted to fade towards the river. Okay, you might get her anyways. Okay. They used heal too. Yeah, that's a little too far up to push. Well, you might be able to get away from it, but you probably have some gold, right? Yeah, you should be back there, I think. Get a, serrated. Yeah, I would have taken that time to back, because you're not really getting a lot accomplished by... I mean, I guess you're stopping Lucian from backing. Or you're stopping him from pushing, so that he could get a clean back. So I guess, you know, you're doing something, but I probably would have gone for the, I don't remember the components of Umbral. I think it's dirt. I've wondered if people, like, if support should be running, like, Man Immune. Because it is 2,400 gold. It's not that expensive, honestly. If it's such a good item on the ADC anyways. Instead of, like, Umbral and the Ghostblade and all that stuff. Because you'd be able to stack it up about as fast as an ADC. I mean, the ADC version basically runs the support items. A lot of them. It doesn't get the Umbral, but I don't know. I don't see a lot of people doing that, so I assume it's probably, like, not correct, but I've wondered that. You do get your gold slower, though. I mean, so, like, you would get a tier at, like, 6 minutes instead of, later. Oh, you got it back here, man. You have so much gold. You have 1,300. See, both of them have already spent. Like, they have items and you don't, and you're a lot weaker than they are right now. Like, you should have taken a moment to back. They'll push in, like, Jen. I think after everybody died, that definitely should have been your back timing. When you try to pressure under tower.
What beauty truly is.
Yeah, I mean, you're doing what you need to do in lane for the most part, you know, like getting the good harassment in. You just got to work on those back timings. Maybe tempering the aggression a little bit if Leona is close by. But overall, yeah, I mean, solid. That's what I like to see. I still don't know. I mean, I know a lot of people are going this glacial thing. I feel like Dark Harvest is still... I don't know. I mean, you do get extra hits with it. Just the fact that you never get any item actives that's slow, so you can use the passive part of it, so it feels bad. Complete this back. If he dies, he dies. You have to buy. You go on Umbral first.
You inspire me.
I assume that's what you want to do, so you can get the vision control. Yeah, that is a fine ult, I think. As far as I could see, they were, you know, we're just looking at the mini-map, the same thing you're probably looking at. A bunch of people are clustered around top. Like, I would have fired it too. I thought that was fine. It was a fine attempt, it just didn't work out. I guess that is true. You do get 2 autos in there with the glacial. I mean, a lot of people run in the glacial, so on ADC, I haven't seen that much support Senna, but I think it kind of makes sense too. Hey, what's up, AJ? we don't know where Sedge was. Sedge is, I don't think. Be a little careful. She could come over that wall. Okay.
Smile. Everyone is watching.
Okay. Umbral, free boots. Yeah, I mean that's unfortunate. This is why, like, a lot of times the harassment champs early on can feel so frustrating because, yeah, I mean, it feels like you guys have just crushed this lane, right? Like, just anyone watching this be like, wow, yeah, they totally dominated the lane. But then you look at the score and you're like, wait, what the heck? Like, Lucian's actually up CS. They're basically even on CS, right? You have almost the same kill participation that they do. Yeah, you're right. You really haven't, like, gained a lot out of it. So that's why I stopped playing high pressure laners like Zyra and things like that, because it just opted more for team fight supports is for that reason. But I mean, you're doing all you can do. The Gen's just not like stepping up and zoning or even like living, you know. Yeah, the Ori rotation. How much? Yeah, I mean, I guess you kind of have. I'm just thinking, like, I guess you have to, because this is the same price as Manamune. I guess you have to go this, sort of. It's just, the components are better, and it just gives you so much extra utility. And you don't really want to get Manamune if it's not first item, I think, a lot of the time. Like, Manamune would scale better than that, but, like, the early game. Well, that's what I think too, Lotus, but at the same time, I mean, I think in solo queue they're faster, but we looked at this. Now, this wasn't like super deep into the season, this was a few weeks ago, but we looked at it and it was about the same time as it was in the preseason. It was very, very close, game times. And in pro play, well, NALCS is like super slow, but I think, so that's hard to say, but I feel like it's actually not as fast as it seems like it's really fast. My games, it definitely seems like it's really fast. Like, you know, game's over by 25, but oh, I see what you're saying. You can't like even clear wards that quickly without Umbral. It just takes you too long to auto attack them. I guess that's a fair point. I was just thinking, I wish there was some item active you could get that would be cool with this. I wish they'd give her like better. They're probably gonna have to nerf her again for ADC, and I wish they'd give her better AP ratios on her abilities, so she could actually run things like a teens a little more comfortably, or even like something like Spooky Ghost. I really wish they'd take the Ghost cooldown back down to 60 seconds. Even if they have to knock some AP off of it, make it like a 50 AP item. Well, that was a cool move, but they're still gonna run him down. Alright.
Red team's turret has been destroyed. Rampage.
Yeah, I guess you gotta mark in. How many wards do you have down? 2 wards down. Yeah, you'd probably rotate middle. They've got all 3 lanes pressured though. I mean, I guess you have to stay here because no one's like coming down here. Guess she blew her smite. Alright. Nice bait. Okay. Sejuani's giving kind of move. Be careful. If she shows up, even though she knows you're there, she's probably got backup. Oh yeah, I didn't even notice that with Kled either. Yeah, I mean, it's looking pretty good so far. I mean, you're being very aggressive early on. I mean, the biggest thing I think, like so far that I've seen was that back timing. If you had your back timing and you had the serrated dirt, you could have pressured a lot more when your Jhin came back to lane. Because you were already, even with no items, you know, you were zoning them off the wave, but you maybe could have killed them or had them like take an unfavorable back. It's a pretty big deal, that back timing. Just trying to find some stuff for you, because yeah, the rest of it has been pretty solid other than that back timing. And like kind of the high risk warding early on. You need to be using your wards. Like maybe one ward in here, maybe, but you need to be using most of your wards around Baron. Because they're gonna go through and sweep all those out. That's what she's doing right now. But that's not a major point of interest. I mean, there is red buff there, but it's more likely they're gonna try to pick somebody around Baron and then go for Baron. So you need to try to help protect against picks. I'm gonna use the blast burst here. Keep autoing. He already used his joust, his little dash. It's a pretty long cooldown on that. Like 15 seconds. Yeah. I'd say you may have overstayed that a little bit, because there's no way you're killing Lucian right there. It's like a 0% chance. There's a decent chance, you know, if someone else shows up from your flank, that he can dash over that wall, so. Yeah, it's frustrating. I mean, just think about, you know, not every game's winnable, definitely, but just trying to position, maybe be a little safer. Like that last one with Lucian there, just think, like, is there any way that I'm going to be able to kill this person? If not, you just got to run. But the biggest thing, like I said, was that back timing early on. You got to try to get that Sarah to Dirk when you had the opportunity to get ahead and really hammer them. And try to get, like, some deeper wards also. With that build there, you can't get boots until, like, you know, 11 minutes if you get a couple of kills and assists, which that is kind of rough for vision control if you don't have many other speed ups in your kit. So, like, I don't know. I'll have to study up on that build. I know a lot of people get it, but that is one other kind of knock on it, is you can't get boots early, and thus it really hurts your vision control. Because a lot of vision control is how fast are you with your movement speed so that you can get your wards and get back to lane. But yeah, definitely the back timing. The harass was pretty good in lane. If they do engage on the Jhin, or on your ADC rather, then you know, try to hit their ADC with your CC instead of the Leona or the Nautilus or whatever just engaged, because they're gonna have aftershock. They're not gonna take any damage, and they've already done their mission if they hit their CC. You just want to stop the damage on your ally, and the damage is probably coming mostly from the ADC. Yeah, I mean, the game is unwinnable. Probably. You probably would have lost anyways. I mean, maybe you could have won, though. I mean, if you had this area to Dirk, maybe you killed the Lucian a couple of times in lane, he starts raging, Orianna goes AFK, you know. Who knows what would have happened. But it looked like it was going to be a difficult game either way. But there's still stuff that, you know, you could have optimized a little bit. So I would say just work on the back timing. Try to get... you did have vision down, but try to, like, get... like stronger vision around where, just think about where's the next objective. What are they going to be trying to do? So if Dragon's down and Baron's up, most of the time it's probably around Baron. It is hard to get that vision when you're losing so much map pressure, but like at least getting vision, you know, around here and around here. Because just like I said, when you were like warding down red, I said they were probably going to go for, they'd probably be around the Baron area, trying to get a pick and go for Baron. Well, they got the pick, and then they just killed everybody else and just won the game. But it was a similar setup, right? Where that's where they were. Like, they wanted to be around Baron to make plays. So, and like I said, if you're in a really defensive position, sometimes you got to do some slightly less aggressive wards, like, you know, maybe here or like here or something like that, instead of trying to ward the pit. Another couple of like good places are like if you ward like here sometimes, or like here. They changed like the curvature of this a little bit when they changed the map, but I think you can still ward like probably like right here in this little divot used to be a spot. And if someone puts their control ward in here, they won't see it. Or if they put it like right here, they won't see it. They have to put it like up here, which wouldn't see the whole pit. So that's just a way you can maybe sneak wards in there. I mean, so many people have sweepers. They'll probably sweep it anyways. But there's a chance if you have to do defensive wards, you can try to ward here or here or here. And you dodge the control ward here. And like if they have a control ward like here or here, it'll dodge some of that too. So, anyways. Okay, well hopefully that gives you some ideas. For the most part though, you know, like I said, I thought you had a strong laning phase. It's just, you know, as you saw, it wasn't able to convert that much of an advantage out of it. So you got to think, okay, well what else can I do? If I can push in, you know, can I go like ping and get the scuttle crab? Whenever that spawns, or can I like rotate and like try to get some more you know, vision in their jungle, or can I go try to make a play middle or whatever. But anyways, that's gonna be it. Thank you very much as always. Anyone else that wants to watch more coaching sessions, I'll have a link in the description to this standalone video. Remember, it's just $25 on stream if you're not a member. If you want to hit that join button and become a member, then it's just $20. And that's gonna be it. Have a good day, and I'll see you next time.